at Facebook. Okay. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. We're gonna get started in about 3 minutes. I'm just gonna give y'all time to, come on into the room. I haven't been on here for about 2 weeks. I'm sorry for kind of going MIA on y'all, but I really needed some time to, I really needed some time to get myself together and, recharge. I have to do this every few months or so because, it's just me and I have to, I got to pace myself. If I look a little tanner, it's because I am. Your girl has been getting out into the sun. I found a really cute pool by my house and the membership fee is nominal per month. So I go there a lot, or have been going there a lot to kind of, let the sun recharge my batteries. I love being in the, by the water, love being in the sun. So that is what's been up with me the past couple of weeks. We also had July 4th weekend. I had so much fun. Let me share this out to a couple people. Who tends to tune in? All right. There we go. Okay. So I sent it out to a few people. All right. Well, you know what? That's fair. I have been gone for 2 weeks, so y'all got out of the practice. An audience is very fickle. And that's just something that I have to deal with. All right. Because I was not here. It's not y'all, it's me for not being consistent. But we have a little bit less than a minute before we hop on. So I'm going to give that time. Hi, Hopes Haven 81. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. Thanks for joining me. We're about to get started right now. You popped in at the right time, Hopes Haven. All right. Welcome, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope you guys are having an amazing week. If this is your first time ever hearing my voice, seeing my face, all that good stuff, I am Natalie Pierre-Lewis. I'm the owner and operator of NPL Consulting LLC, a business formation firm. What that means is, hi, A. Brown Esquire, how are you? What that means is I help you get your business paperwork together. Things like getting registered with the state, making sure you have appropriate contracts, how to hire employees properly, protecting your intellectual property through trademarks, patents, and copyrights. I give you the tools to help you do all of that stuff, okay? You might be asking yourself why I am qualified to help you do that, and I am so glad that you asked. I have been a licensed attorney for over a decade. I have started multiple businesses for myself and others, both online and offline. I have had many careers in the realms of education, entrepreneurship, the law, of course, hospitality, and administrative support. And most important, I am very passionate about making business and legal education as accessible to everybody as possible. Not everybody has the time, the money, or the desire to go to business school or to law school, but so many people have amazing business ideas out there. And if you're going to succeed in business, there are just some concepts that you're just going to have to know. Nobody's going to accept I didn't know, okay? So that's where I come in. If you are interested in any of my services or my products, like my Business Launch Bootcamp Digital that is coming up October 15th, please go to the link in my bio, linktree/NPL Consulting Firm, linktree/NPL Consulting Firm, linktree/NPL Consulting Firm. The link is in the bio. There you're going to find things like my ebooks. You're going to find the link to my YouTube page so you can watch old episodes of this, which I'm going to describe briefly. You're also going to get links to my ebooks and digital products, okay? So go check that out. Now to why we're here. Every week I get on here and I pull stories from the news to teach you guys about business concepts that you need to know. It usually has to do with trademarks and contracts. I was not on last week. It was a holiday week and it kind of got away from me. I was just kind of doing my thing. But I'm back, okay? I needed some time to recharge and I did. So now I'm here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about these stories and If you have questions, if you have comments, just drop them in the comment box, okay? So it's pretty simple. All right. And here we go. Also, hey lady. Why you laughing? Look, I gotta get this audience up, all right? Everybody, if you need an amazing insurance broker, check out Labe Insurance Agency. She is my insurance bae, okay? She's Labe Insurance Agency on Instagram and the R Labe Insurance Agency on Facebook. All right, let's get to these stories, okay? So the first story that we are covering this week has to do with someone who used to be one of my favorite models in the whole world, Tyra Banks. Hi, Tablis. So Tyra, if you are of my age or even younger, Tyra, you know that she had this iconic show called America's Next Top Model, okay? And America's Next Top Model, we all know what it was. But in that show, she would teach, you know, aspiring models different techniques so they could succeed in the modeling world. And one of the phrases that she coined during this show to help models was something called SMIZE, which was short for smiling with your eyes. Tell people how to smile. I'm going to try and SMIZE for y'all right now, okay? I don't know if I did it. Tell me if I did it. I was trying to get my America's Next Top Model. But, all right. So Tyra coined the term SMIZE. And Tyra also likes to eat, and that's what I like about her. So Tyra is coming out with her own line of ice cream, and she is calling it SMIZE Cream. So hi, Ben. So if you are an ice cream lover like myself and you like Tyra, look out for SMIZE Cream coming to, you know, a grocery store near you. Thanks for joining from LA, Ben. Guys, not your average Ben. He is someone who I have known for some time, and he left the DMV to go pursue his dreams in California, which he is doing right now. Go check out his business, Terp Nutrition. Go check out his Instagram. He's very knowledgeable about CBD and its uses in fitness, and I interviewed him for one of my podcast episodes, and that's coming out soon. Hi, Miss Joe77. All right. So, but transitioning from Terp Nutrition to Tyra Banks, Tyra's coming out with some ice cream, Ben, so you might have to put in some extra squats or something. All right. So next story we are talking about, y'all, is it has to do for my beer drinkers. If you like to drink beer, please give me a B in the comments. This has to do with Budweiser beer. If you are a beer connoisseur, yes, ice cream is the best, Ben. If you are a beer connoisseur, if you like beer, if you've ever had a beer, give me a B in the comments, all right? This story has to do with our friends at Budweiser. All right, Ben likes beer. So Budweiser has submitted an application for the phrase, the official beer of esports. And they're basically trying to trademark this for gaming and gamers, okay? Now, one of their competitors, the problem with this is that one of their competitors, Miller Coors, also sponsors they sponsor a gaming tournament, right? So for Budweiser to try to apply for the trademark, the official beer of esports, that's really making a wide claim, even though one of your competitors literally sponsors another gaming event, okay? It is now Budweiser has partnered with gaming tournaments before. What is that noise? Is it thunder? Guys, I think I'm hearing thunder outside. Yeah. So while Budweiser has, you know, partnered with gaming tournaments in the past, claiming that you're the official beer of esports is kind of a stretch. So we'll have to wait and see how that turns. All right. And if you guys checked out the title of this broadcast, you will see that it is entitled, It's Not Okurrr. All right. We all know that I talked before about Cardi B applying to trademark the phrase Okurrr. We all associate Cardi B with that phrase. You know, it was like her catchphrase on TV shows and things like that. However, the USPTO office did not agree, and they have denied Cardi B's application to trademark the phrase Okurrr. And they denied it because they said it was too common. Remember that when you are trying to trademark something, it has to be unique. People have to associate it with you, right? So, you know, you can't just take someone's logo and start using it on your own because people don't associate it with you. Hello to whoever came in on Facebook, say hi. All right. Okay. Now, the reason why they denied it is because they said it was too common because one, Kim Kardashian and her sisters have used it before on their Keeping Up with the Kardashians show. And also some of Cardi's fans actually tried to apply for the trademark for Okurrr before she even applied for it, okay? They're also denying it because they said that it does not indicate the source of her goods or services and it doesn't stand out. So they're saying basically that when we hear Okurrr, even if we associate it with Cardi, we don't associate it with a particular product or service. We don't associate it with a song. We don't associate it with a drink. We don't associate it with hair. So what are you trying to trademark, Cardi? They want to know, what is Okurrr going to be used for? So we're going to have to wait and see if Cardi and her team tries to appeal the denial, because you can appeal it. You don't just have to accept what the USPTO office says. And I hope that, you know, my girl comes out on top because she's been putting work out in these streets. All right. Although I'm not a big fan of Press, not my favorite song. But do you, Cardi? Okay. So we're gonna take a quick break to let y'all, you know, let that sink into your brains. If you have just come in, I am Natalie Pierre-Luce. I'm the owner and operator of NPL Consulting LLC, a business formation firm. What that means is I help you get your business paperwork together, guys. I'm a licensed attorney with a passion for helping entrepreneurs achieve their dreams. If you are interested in getting that business off the ground, if you need help, you know, getting that business registered, the trademarks, the contracts, I'm your girl. Go check out the link in my bio. Sign up for Business Launch Bootcamp Digital. I'm going to talk about that at the end of our broadcast so you guys get a better idea of what that is, okay? Go to the link in the bio, linktree.ee/NPL Consulting Firm. All right? Next story we are talking about has to do with Threshold Enterprises versus Pressed Juicery, okay? So how many of you guys have heard of something, like I've been to different kind of, you know, health juice bars, and they'll have something like a shot that you can put in, hi Samir Siddiqui, that you can put in your drinks, right? To make it healthier or whatever, for, you know, energy or fat burning or whatever. So this place called Pressed Juicery started selling wellness shots to put in their drinks, okay? And it was like a shot supplement. So it might be wheat germ, whatever they wanted to put in it. However, there is another company called Threshold Enterprises. Threshold Enterprises, they make supplements. Like, you know, if you go to GNC, they would be one of the product makers. And they sell something that is called the wellness shot that has a trademark, right? And they have branded products and online stores. So now they are pressing Pressed Juicery to stop using wellness shot because they're saying that it is confusing the public. All right. Now this was a very short story. I don't have a lot of facts on it, but I'm going to keep an eye on it and update you guys as things happen. Okay. All right. So that was a quick one. We have another quick one. Ooh, for all of you guys who want to be interns or want to hire interns, there is a new trend coming out, particularly in the fashion industry, of making interns sign non-compete agreements, because more and more interns, you know, there's a lower entry to barrier for business. A lot of people are just, you know, straight out of college going into their dreams. So now, to kind of, as a kind of pushback, because these places that hire these interns don't want them then turning around and becoming their competition, they are asking them to sign non-compete agreements so that they cannot operate in the same business within the area for a certain number of time. I think that that is very fair, but only if they are also providing these interns some kind of stipend or payment, because you can't have me, I come work for you, yeah, I'm learning, but I come work for you, I don't get any money, and then I can't go out and use what I've learned to make money. So we'll see how that, but that for those of you who have the maybe want to hire interns in the future, that is something that you may want to consider, having your interns sign a non-compete agreement. All right. Toby, what are you doing? My dog, you all know that Toby likes to troll me when I'm doing these things. Okay. All right. So that was the picture numbers. Okay. Boom. All right. How many of you guys, if you have ever heard of Bella Hadid, give me an H in the comments. And if you have heard of Marc Jacobs, give me an M in the comments. Ooh, if you have heard of Bella Hadid, give me a B in the comments. And if you have heard of Marc Jacobs, give me an M in the comments. Okay. Toby, you're going to have to stop that. Toby's like scratching to get out. And no, because he had the perfect opportunity to do it earlier. So no. All right. So you all know that a lot of times I get on here and I talk about stories from different celebrities that are being sued by paparazzi, or photographers that are suing other big names for using their pictures without permission. And this is another one. So there is a photographer by the name of Christopher Peterson, right? And he took a picture of Bella Hadid, who is a famous supermodel. They took a picture of her. Christopher took a picture of her in wearing a Marc Jacobs sweatshirt, okay? And then he took that picture, and you remember, you have some automatic copyright, rights to pictures, and I'm sure he copyrighted it legally as well, since his lifeblood is being a photographer. He licensed the photo to the publication, the Daily Mail. Now, Marc Jacobs took that picture and put it on their IG account. And not only did they put it on their IG account, they cropped off his watermark and used that picture to promote the sale of the sweatshirt. So now Christopher Peterson wants money for the pictures plus damages, or he wants $150,000 and $25,000 for each I don't know, offense. I don't know how they're gonna name the offenses, but this is like, Marc Jacobs has been teetering the fence for a while. Remember, I talked about how they were being sued by Nirvana because they had those Nirvana inspired t-shirts that was basically the Nirvana logo with just MJ in the eyes. So Marc Jacobs seems to have a pattern of taking people's work and trying to rework it themselves and not giving them credit. Now, Bella Hadid is not involved in this lawsuit because she was just the subject of the picture. However, the photographer, he has rights to sue Marc Jacobs because he did what he was supposed to do. He took the picture, he copyrighted, he licensed it to a publication, and then you take his picture and you don't even attribute any credit to him. So I hope he gets his money from Marc Jacobs because they've been wilding out in these streets, okay? All right. Guys, update on the kimono, on Kim Kardashian and her kimono. She is changing the name of her shapewear line because there was such a pushback to her trying to trademark the word kimono for her shapewear. I think she received a letter from the Japanese government. They were going to send representatives over to talk to her about, why it was offensive that she was trademarking that term. So Kim, she has kind of seen the light and is deciding to change the name of her shapewear line. So I forget what she's naming it, but it ain't gonna be kimono anymore. All right. So quick commercial break. If this is your first time ever seeing my face, I'm Natalie Pierre-Lewis. You are watching NPL Legal Dish. This is my weekly Thursday broadcast where I talk about celebrity and pop culture stories to help teach you guys concepts about business that you need to know to be successful as an entrepreneur. I do this every Thursday. I was not on last Thursday because your girl was on vacation, but I'm back. If you're interested in any of my business, the reason I do this is because I'm a business formation expert. I'm a licensed attorney, started multiple businesses for other people. So if you have a dream that you want to get off the ground, go to linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm. Hello, Sincere39. Go to linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm. Go check out my cool stuff. Go sign up for Business Launch Bootcamp Digital, which is starting August 12th. We're going to go in depth into that at the end of the broadcast. Okay. All right. Now we are back. Okay. So next case we have, oh, what happened? All right. Next case we have has to do with a company called Marcel Fashions being sued by Lucky Brand. How many, if you guys have heard of Lucky Brand jeans, please give me an L in the comments. If you have ever heard of Lucky Brand jeans, give me an L in the comments. Ooh, that thunder is not playing. All right. I'm gonna try and get this broadcast out before my power goes out. Not that I think it will, but just in case. Okay, nobody's heard of Lucky Brand. That's okay. Okay, so Lucky Brand is a brand. They make jeans, and they have had it. You never heard of Lucky Brand? Wow. Okay. Anyway, well, Lucky Brand is actually a long-standing fashion line for jeans, and they have been in an 18-year battle against this company named Marcel Fashions over the phrase "Get Lucky." Lucky Brand's phrase has always been "Get Lucky." Okay. And then Marcel Fashions came in and tried to use the phrase. No, Marcel Fashions in 2001 tried to trademark the phrase "Get Lucky." Of course, Lucky Brand was like, "Whoa there, daddy, what are you doing?" And they opposed it. So they were able to settle the trademark infringement case in 2003, but Lucky Brand then sued Marcel Fashions because, hold on. Okay, I got this totally wrong. Okay, we got to start over. So this is the case of Marcel Fashions versus Lucky Brand. So Lucky Brand is a very well-known jeans company. Sorry, I had written down these stories last week, so my brain is not as fresh on them, okay? Now, Marcel Fashions had the trademark on "Get Lucky." Lucky Brand started using it and tried to use it to sell their jeans. Marcel Fashions filed a trademark infringement suit in 2001, and they settled with Lucky Brand jeans in 2003 and had a license agreement, so Lucky Brand was able to use the phrase "Get Lucky." But Lucky Brand then turned around and sued Marcel Fashions because they allowed another company to use that phrase, and they said that it violated their license agreement. Hi, The Real J Mills. How are you? Guys, The Real J Mills, she is an amazing cannabis educator in the DC area. So if you have any questions about, cannabis or the industry, she is a really great person to know. But back to this case. So Lucky Brand sued Marcel Fashions because they tried to license out Get Lucky to another company, and Lucky Brand was like, "That's not fair because we have a license agreement." Okay. Lucky lost that in 2005, and then on top of that, the court said you can't even use the "Get Lucky" phrase anymore, so they couldn't use it. Marcel sued Lucky Brand. Marcel then, okay, so I told you guys this has been an 18-year battle. So then Marcel in like 2011 sued Lucky Brand again, because remember in 2001, Lucky Brand started using the phrase "Get Lucky." And I remember because I was in a fashion show in college and we modeled the Lucky Brand jeans. And I remember the phrase "Get Lucky" on the stores when we went there, okay? So Marcel sued Lucky for using "Get Lucky" in 2011 because of the judgment saying that they can't use it anymore, right? Lucky Brand is saying that there was a release agreement in the 2003 settlement, meaning that when they settled in 2003 with the license agreement with Marcel Fashions, it meant that they were able to use the phrase "Get Lucky" and that Marcel couldn't give it to anybody else. He brought it up late. Anyway, this is a very confusing case that I'm going to keep my eye on, I'm going to talk about this next week because apparently my brain doesn't remember anything that's going on with it. But Next, sorry about that. Next case we're talking about has to do with some high-end lines. If y'all have heard of Balmain, they are a very high-end line. They, you know, I think they do a lot of leather work. But this is the case of Balmain versus Biagiotti, a company called Biagiotti, okay? So Balmain has been in business for a long time. But as we know, hi, of original baddies. So Balmain has been in business for a long time. And as we know, businesses, they will go through revamps, right? So recently, Balmain redid their logo. And the way they redid it, it looked just like this other fashion line called Biagiotti. I don't know how to pronounce these, y'all, because I shop at Ross and Target. So if I mispronounce them, don't judge me, okay? So Biagiotti and Balmain, instead of going to the court to settle this, they have done it with, settled it themselves. They didn't file a trademark suit. They came to a settlement, and Balmain is going to redesign their logo. And the reason why I bring this case up is because I want to let you guys know that it is not always a case of running to the courthouse to get these things handled. Sometimes it's as easy as going to the offending party. Hi, Pretty Brown thing. Sometimes it's as easy as going to the offending party and saying, yo, you're using my stuff. Can you stop? And you guys can come to an agreement. And that is what happened here between Balmain and Biagiotti. They're like, look, all right, our bad. We redesigned it. Hello, excessive prof. I can't see the rest of your name. They're like, our bad. We did it wrong. We're just going to redesign. So know that when you have a trademark, if somebody's using it, it doesn't always have to come to going to court. Sometimes you can just excessive professional. Okay. Sometimes you just have to go to the person and say, you're using my stuff. Hi, Diamonds. Gosh, you've been here before, but I can't see the rest of your name. I'm going to wait for it to come up. But hi. Okay. So we will wait and see how Balmain redesigns their logo. All right. Okay. Next case we are talking about really warmed my heart. Diamond Sweat Aquafina. I love that. Oh my God, you guys are so creative. Okay. So you guys know that I talked to you guys a few weeks ago about Nipsey Hussle's family and the Crips. There was a potential trademark battle coming up because both his family, meaning his brother who's in charge of his estate, and his and the Crips who he is associated with, they both filed applications for the phrase "the marathon continues." Okay. Now, the Crips have since rebranded themselves. They have become, a legitimate company. They have an LLC. They are dropping their trademark application, and they have issued an apology to Nipsey Hussle's family. They said that the reason they filed at the time that they filed the application at the time of Nipsey's death was because they were working on a collaboration with him that involved the slogan, and that was why they did it. They weren't trying to capitalize. It was literally just a case of one hand didn't know what the other was doing. So they've dropped the trademark application for the marathon continues. So Nipsey Hussle's family is going to be able to trademark it and use it for those things. Now, if you remember when I talked about this story, a lot of the things that the family and the Crips wanted to trademark for, they coincide. So don't be surprised if you see them collaborating on a lot of things, all right? They're going to do a lot of gang intervention, anti-gang workshops, things like that, things to bring up the community. So I'm glad that that came to a really amicable end. And again, this is another case of you not always having to run to the courthouse to get these things solved. Sometimes you can just talk to people and work it out. Okay. Okay. All right. This next case, you might not have heard of this company that it involves, but just bear with me. If you have heard of this little tiny company called Amazon, give me an A in the comments. If you have ever heard of Amazon, give me an A in the comments. Amazon. All right, I got one for pretty much everything knows who Amazon is. She's got her finger on the pulse. All right. Okay, so let's move on, all right? So we all know Amazon has a service called Prime where you can get your stuff in 2 days, right? Well, Amazon has started using the word Prime on their delivery trucks. Okay. Now here's the problem. There is a trucking company based in Missouri that is called Prime Incorporated, right? When Amazon started using Prime on their trucks, Prime Inc., the trucking company, notified them. They said, hey, we have a trademark on this, on, transportation of goods, and you're using it on your trucks. Now, it's cool, it says a professional, you didn't do nothing wrong. Now, it is of note that the design of Amazon's Prime and Prime Inc., they are not the same. However, Prime is saying that they're operating in the same channels, because now that Amazon is getting into its own delivery, they have their own trucks, and Prime Inc. is a trucking company, right? So they're saying that now Amazon does have a trademark on the word Prime. However, their trademark is for expedited shipping only. It does not cover what it has become, which is a loyalty program, and this delivery line. So Prime is saying, yo, you're getting into our lane and you need to watch it. So we will see what happens between Amazon and Prime. I think that this is actually very interesting, because as Amazon gets bigger, they are moving into more and more different, industries. So I want to hear from you guys. Do you guys think that Prime, the original trucking company in Missouri, do you think that they have a case against Amazon Prime using Prime on their trucks, even though the designs are totally different? On that. What y'all think? Does Prime have a case against Amazon? Or should they should just let Amazon rock? What y'all think? I got a lot of energy today, guys. No, that doesn't that help differentiate the two? No case. All right, Excessive Professional says no case. Pray About Everything says no. Doesn't that help differentiate the two? So here's okay. So remember, when you're trademarking something, you trademark in your industry, right? So Prime Inc., this trucking company, ostensibly has a trademark for, cross-country delivery of products, right? Amazon filed their, hi Candy Apple Red. Amazon filed their trademark application for expedited shipping only. So remember, when they came out with Prime, you were like guaranteed 2-day delivery, but they weren't managing the delivery. They were just kind of facilitating it, right? And Prime has become like a program, like a loyalty program for people. And so what they're saying is the trademark that Amazon filed for Prime initially, they're going outside the scope of that. So we'll wait and see what happens. I don't know. I feel like this is a toss-up, because I definitely thought that Cardi was going to be able to get her trademark, and I was very surprised when they denied it. So we'll see what happens between Prime and Amazon. Okay. Whew. Excuse me. Allergies are like killing me. All right. Thanks to everybody who's coming in. All right. Next case we're talking about. How many of y'all have heard of the Off-White line of streetwear? If you have heard of Off-White, the Off-White line of streetwear, give me a V in the comments, because the originator is this guy named Virgil Abloh. And if you don't know what Off-White is, I just found out what it is a couple months ago. They make these big, gaudy, like belts that say Off-White, and they're yellow, and they look like caution tape. I don't like it. I did talk about Cardi a little earlier, Pretty Brown Everything. When I put up the replay of this on YouTube, you can go watch it. But I did talk about Cardi, and I said that I hope that she appeals it. I hope that she appeals the denial, because I feel like she has a case. But yeah, you can watch the replay on YouTube once I'm done here. Okay. All right. So Excessive Professional has heard of Off-White. So Off-White was started by this guy, Virgil Abloh. He's a guy he's really good at streetwear. It's apparently expensive or whatever. They're being sued for infringement. Now, if you remember, I talked about Off-White suing. No, they weren't suing. They tried to trademark red zip ties and like quotation marks or something as design for their clothes. Okay. Oh, your son is really into it. I don't get it. I think it's ugly, but whatever. Maybe I'm just old. Okay. How now? So Off-White, I don't know how long they've been in business, but I'm pretty sure they haven't been in business since the 90s, which is how long since when Off-White been in business. Okay. Now, Off-White Productions, they are a design and creative agency, and they have done work with such notable companies as Nike, Coca-Cola, and IBM. So hi, Tibet Ocean 90. So this is not a small-time company, Off-White Productions, right? They also have a website that's called offwhitedesign.com that they have maintained since 2001, as well as a Twitter account. They have a federal trademark and common law rights to trademarks for Off-White. All right. So Off-White, with Virgil Abloh, is a clothing line, right? It's streetwear. Off-White Productions does design and creative agency. Is a design and creative agency. So Off-White, the clothing line, is basically saying, well, there's no overlap. You guys do like creative design. We're a clothing line. But there could be overlap in that maybe they might have to work with someone who Off-White, the clothing company, works with. Or maybe somebody is trying to work with Off-White, the clothing company, or wants to work with Off-White, the design agency, and goes to Off-White, the clothing company. So they're going to have to prove that there is confusion in the marketplace between Off-White, the clothing line, and Off-White Productions, the creative agency. All right. I think that there is a really valid claim here because they do operate in kind of the same arena. Nike does clothing, so that is fashion, right? So what if, you know, Off-White Productions has done business with Nike? What if they lose business from Nike because Nike goes to the other Off-White to do like some collaboration? So we'll wait and see. I think there's a case. We'll wait and see if the judge feels the same. All right. Okay. All right. Next case we are talking about. Oh, actually, no, I want to hear from y'all. What do y'all think? Do you think that Off-White, the clothing company, do you think that the creative agency Off-White has a case against Off-White, the clothing company? Do you think that Off-White, the clothing company, should have to back off on using that name? Because Off-White, the creative agency, yes, they are a creative agency, but they do work with big names. They've been in business since the 90s. They've got the website. They've got the trademark. So what do y'all think? Do you think that the creative agency, the design agency Off-White, has a case against Off-White, the clothing brand? Why you do that? Let me just, okay. Excessive Professional said that case should be heard. There could be some valid arguments on both sides. Hi, Once Your Empress. How you doing, boo? I think you're right. I think you're very right. I think that they should hear both sides because it's you know, and this is where the law becomes interesting, because just because the rules are written out, there are so many things that can like create an exception. So I will be very excited to see how this turns out. Okay. Okay. So the next case we're talking about is has to do with a company called The Great versus a company called Madewell. Guys, and don't be shy. If I move on to a story, don't think that you can't drop your comments in the box because I will read them. Okay. All right. So The Great is a vintage inspired clothing brand. So, you know, it looks old timey. And then you have this other clothing brand called Madewell, which is owned by J. Crew. We've all seen J. Crew in the malls. Okay. The Great, they created an original fabric design using poppy flowers. Now, remember, in fashion, you can't trademark a design, right? You can't trademark a dress or a jacket. However, you create a unique If you create a unique pattern, you can trademark that and you can have copyright rights to that if you create a unique pattern. So the Great created an original fabric design used. Then Madewell, again, this is the company that is owned by J. Crew. They started selling similar products a few months later. And the offending poppy, the design is a front-facing, fully opened poppy flower. If you don't know what a poppy flower is, just go Google it. It's very easy to find. So the Great, this vintage inspired clothing line is now like, yo, we want our money. You've been selling, knockoff the Great clothes with, you've been using knockoffs of our pattern. We have a right to it. So they are coming after Madewell and J. Crew for all their coins because they said we created this. So that just goes to show you that you're not at the mercy of the market when it comes to fashion. If you create a unique pattern, a unique, type of fabric, you can protect it, all right? And you should. Y'all, this thunder is out of control, all right? Okay. Do I have any Nicki Minaj fans in the house? If I have any Nicki Minaj fans, if you know who Nicki Minaj is, if you have ever heard a Nicki Minaj song, give me an N in the comments for Nicki. Nicki Minaj, I'm on the floor. Oh. I like her new song. I like the beat. Y'all don't know who Nicki Minaj is? Oh, okay. Excessive Professional knows who Nicki Minaj is. All right. Oh, Sincere knows who Nicki Minaj is. All right. One True Empress said Nicki needs help. All right, not a fan. Okay, look, I'm gonna let Nicki cook. Nobody's a fan. She's been in the game for a minute. I'm gonna give her props. She's done her thing. I do think that she's a little extra. But I think that when you are creative, you are naturally an extra person. But aside from that, and aside from her antics, Nicki Minaj is being sued for copyright infringement, y'all. Okay? So here's what happened. So there is a photo agency that is called Splash News, okay? And Nicki posted 7 pictures from their, I guess, collection that were licensed to them or that they had. She posted 7 of these pictures on her Instagram without their permission. Now, they're suing Nicki because they're saying that her posting this picture is costing the photographer who took the photos money because they could have made money from selling the rights to those photos, which I understand. And they're saying that she impaired the market, she impaired their income by posting these pictures. And the reason they're saying this is because they're saying that her Instagram is all for promotion. Remember that if you're not using somebody's work to make money, it's a little different than, they're a little bit more lenient, right? So a lot of times when people are posting things on Instagram, they're not using it to make money. They're just posting it because they think it's cute or they think they're cute, right? And I feel like Nicki does that every day. But what this company, Splash News, is saying is that Nicki's whole Instagram is about keeping her relevant. It's about promoting her stuff. It's about keeping her in the limelight. So her putting those pictures on her Instagram, they're saying, is copyright infringement. So they want $150,000 from Nicki Minaj for every photo that she posted on her Instagram. So I'm not doing the math right now, but times 150,000 by 7 and see how much you get. But I want to hear from you guys because we have talked a lot. There are a lot of celebrities being sued for posting pictures of themselves on social media that other people took. And I want to know, what are your thoughts about that? Do you think that these photographers should be able to sue these celebrities for posting pictures that they took of them on their own Instagrams? So Ariana Grande has been sued a couple of times by a photographer, 1.5 million, thank you. So This Splash News wants $1.5 million from Nicki Minaj for posting 7 photos. So what do you guys think of these cases of celebrities being sued by photo agencies and photographers? Do you think that they should be able to do this even if the pictures are pictures of the celebrity? What do you think? What do y'all think? Oh. That's stupid. She's sharing her life. She is sharing her life. She is sharing her life. But what their argument is that her Instagram, her Nicki Minaj Instagram, is for the public. Nicki has how many millions of followers? She posts something people want it, right? So they're saying that her Instagram is always making her money. It's always a chance to make money for her. That is her argument. Purdy Brown Everything said that's stupid. She's sharing her life with her fans. I agree. And the thing that I think with social media is that, okay, Sincere said, I don't think it's fair. Excessive Professional said, if the pics are of the person and they have rights over their own image, she should be good. See, this is where it gets tricky. So when you have these photography lawsuits, there's always this thing about, would this, what is being conveyed here? So a photographer can say, I was trying to convey an idea through this picture, like if they do an editorial shoot. However, these shoots are candids of these celebrities in, ostensibly high-end luxury wear, which could be used as a commercial. I remember Versace posted a picture of J-Lo on their Instagram because she was wearing a Versace outfit. And they were sued by the photographer because they didn't give the photographer credit. Pretty much everything said, so it should make the photographer more relevant. Okay, the problem is she didn't put the photographer's name. She did not credit the photographer. I agree, Purdy. So if Nicki had said, had found out who took the picture and said, photo credit, when people have the little icon of the camera and they say whoever took the picture, maybe if she did that, but she didn't do that. She just posted it. It's like, you just take a picture, when you find a meme that you really like on somebody else's account and you take it and you post it and you don't credit the person, which we have all been guilty of doing. That's basically what Nicki did. She took the picture. She didn't credit the person who took it, but it's a picture of her, right? I don't know how I feel about these cases. Okay. But you guys can continue to, drop your comments. We're going to move on to the next. Oh, shoot. We only have 13 minutes before Instagram conks out. All right. Okay. All my natural hair girls, my hair care girls, or anybody who's interested in hair, gentlemen as well. If you have ever heard of APHOGEE, APHOGEE, GEE, give me an A in the comments. They are going against, they are coming up against a powerhouse Louis Vuitton. Okay, I'm gonna try and get through these cases. So if you've ever been the type of person, you're a DIY hairstylist, you just do your own hair, you've probably heard of APHOGEE. I think I had some APHOGEE products when I was a loose natural, but they're very well known in the hair care department. Now, Louis Vuitton, yeah. I've only had a relaxer for like a year and a half, One True Empress. I just couldn't maintain it. I can't do it. Anyway, so, all right. So we know about APHOGEE, the hair care products, but Louis Vuitton has come out with a perfume that they are naming Apogee. And Apogee, when translated from French, means height, right? Now, when they filed they tried to trademark the name Apogee. And when they did it, they were opposed by APHOGEE because APHOGEE is like, yo, we got hair care products, right? So Louis Vuitton tried to change it and took out hair care products from their application, but they got refused in 2016. And they appealed and they lost again. And the reason that they lost is because what the court said was that nobody who speaks English, they're filing the trademark in the United States. The United States does not recognize these words. They're not English words. So it is very possible that someone seeing those two words, next to each other, they're going to confuse them. Okay? Louis Vuitton also tried to bring up the fact that there was a price difference between their perfume and the hair care products. And the court was like, that doesn't matter. That doesn't mean that you can't come up with a line of, your own Apogee products that is lower cost. So Louis Vuitton will not be able to trademark the word Apogee, but they will be selling Apogee perfume. So all of you perfume lovers, look out for Apogee perfume from Louis Vuitton coming very, very soon. Okay. All right. Next case we're talking about has to do with, again, this is like the woman I love to hate because she gives me so much content, but I cannot stand her. Kim K. All right. A while ago, I talked about Kim K suing a clothing company that was using basically a knockoff Kim K to sell their clothing products. Boo Louie. Right? So yeah, they had some model who looked like Kim Kardashian and wore clothing that was, and this company was pretty much ripping off, whatever high-end fashion stuff that Kim K wore and would make low-end versions of it. So Kim K sued them because they said that that they were using her right of publicity. They're like, yo, you're trying to capitalize off of my look. You're hiring a model who looks like me, wearing clothes like I do, and you're selling your clothes based on that. So she sued Missguided. Missguided has not responded at all. They haven't responded, defended themselves, nothing. And so now Kim K is like, yo, I want $3 million. Because if you do not answer a court appearance, you can get a default, the other side can get a default judgment. So Kim K is saying, I want $3 million because you're trying to use my face, but not using my face. All right. So we will wait and see, because maybe the $3 million judgment, if it comes through, maybe that will wake Missguided up and they try and come back with an argument of their own. Okay. All right. Whew. Y'all, we got 3 of these Instagram cases today. If you have heard of Christian Siriano, the designer, give me a C in the comments. For background, Christian Siriano, I remember I first encountered him. He was on Project Runway. He was like this super fast sewer. He's since, yes, Once Your Empress knows who Christian Siriano is. He's gone on to do lines for, I think he did a line for Payless. He's done, he's dressed a lot of celebrities, including Leslie Jones when she couldn't find anyone to dress her. He's dope. Anyway, so Christian Siriano designed a dress for Lady Gaga, okay? And this photographer, Robert Barbera, who I have talked about him several times because he is the one who is suing a lot of these celebrities about his photos. Robert Barbera took a picture of Lady Gaga in the dress. Christian Siriano posted that photo on his Instagram. And now Robert Barbera is suing Christian Siriano for posting a picture of Lady Gaga in a dress that he designed. So what do y'all think? Because this guy, Robert Barbera, he has come up so many times. Like, I recognize his name at this point. He's suing everybody. Do you think that this is smart of him to keep going after these celebrities and suing them for posting his pictures? Because I also don't think that they're crediting him with the photos. What do you think his strategy should be? Do you think that he should? Do you think it's a waste of time? Let me know. But I got to get through these stories, so I'll read your comments as you drop them. But our next story also has to do with Lady Gaga. If you're a fan of hers, she is coming out with a lip line called House Beauty. She just trademarked House Beauty, and she's going to be coming out with lip gloss, lip liner, and lip color. So if you're a Gaga fan and you like a pretty pout, look out for House Beauty. Okay? Ooh. Okay. Oh, yeah, we're good. All right. So let me know what you think about Christian Siriano being sued by the photographer. Boo, he's going to lose client. Once Your Empress said he's going to lose client. But the thing is, these people aren't his clients. He's just going out. These paparazzi, this is their job. They find out where the celebrities are and they go and they take pictures. So these are not his clients. His job is to go take pictures. Right? Okay. All right. Next story, we're talking about an ice cream shop tried to trademark the word scoop, y'all. Oh, the reason why, so there is an ice cream shop called Yarnell Ice Cream LLC, and they tried to trademark the word scoop because they said that they have a mascot that they wanted to name Scoop. Okay. Oh, dreadful. Okay. Now, USPTO said no because a scoop is a unit of measurement and it's too descriptive. So remember, when you are trying to trademark something, it can't just be, you know, in your, like, just in your industry, something generic. So if you're selling apples, you can't trademark the word apple. But if I sell tech products, I can trademark the word apple because that doesn't have anything to do with my products, right? If you're selling ice cream, most people use scoops. So it's common in your industry. So I understand why the USPTO office said, girl, you tried it. Even though they said it was going to be their mascot name, still, it's like you're still in the ice cream industry, right? Okay. Oh, okay. And our last case, and then I'm going to talk about Business Launch Bootcamp real quick, is Yeti versus Yeti. So there is a brand of coolers named Yeti, right? They've sued various companies, including Walmart, for selling knockoffs of their products. They're a very famous cooler company. There is another company called Yeti Outdoors, and they sell ice to ice fishing houses. You know what? No, we're going to talk about that next week because I need more details. Yes. So those are the stories this week. Let me know what you think about the scoop case. Do you think that the USPTO office got it right? I think they got it right, but you might think they got it wrong. So I want to hear your opinion. But while you guys do that, I want to, while I have a few minutes left, I want to talk to you. Ooh, shoot, I got 2 minutes on Instagram. Business Launch Bootcamp is coming up August 15th. A lot of you guys have these amazing business ideas and you want to get everything done in one fell swoop. I've got a program for you. I did this in January. It was a one-day workshop. We did it. It was like an all-day thing and it was exhausting. I have redone Business Launch Bootcamp. Accessible Professionals said they got it right. I've redone Business Launch Bootcamp. It is completely digital this time, and it's over 6 weeks, and anybody can participate. You don't have to be in the DMV area. So if you're interested, I implore you, go secure your spot for $99 right now. That's the deposit price. And get that business off the ground with me in August. We're going to work together for 6 weeks. You're going to have video modules. You're going to have worksheets. Hi, Brandon. Worksheets. It's going to be myself and my colleague Shara. We're going to help you develop your business plan, your products, get all your legal stuff together. So if you need help with any of that, contracts, trademarks, things like that, you want to come to Business Launch Bootcamp Digital. I only have like 50 seconds left on Instagram. You can go to the link in my bio, linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm. It's the first link on the top. So if you guys want to work with me over 6 weeks to get these businesses legally registered and off the ground, go sign up for Business Launch Bootcamp Digital. You're not going to regret it. You're going to get all my digital products. You're going to get video modules from me. There are going to be live Q&As. We're going to be together. We're going to go together for like 6 weeks, y'all. Okay? So go to the link in my bio, linktree/NPL Consulting Firm, or you can go directly to blddigital.eventbrite.com to get your. So make sure you tune in here next Thursday, same time, 6 o'clock. Send me your cases, guys. Can't wait to talk to you. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Bye, guys. Whew, Jesus.